Well, welcome back to Gamescom 2013. Alex Mendez here, and of course, I'm joined by Corey Dunn. You just could not get rid of him. He is so wonderful. But how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. One of the great things about everything that's going on, it's kind of great, is whenever you attend here at Gamescom and you go through the line, you get the chance to be able to get one of these posters, which is awesome. But for those of you that are at home that really don't get the chance to get one of these posters, you want to get your swag on, you can make sure that you head over to the store.dice.sc. They've got stuff like this, this flat build Battlefield 3. You've also got some shirts that are going on, some in-game Battlefield shirts. Just
so much swag.
The awesome dice shirt as well.
Swag on swag.
We even have this hoodie that you got going on here, just a zip-up hoodie. You'll look good in this, actually. I think you should try this.
I think I'm going to steal it.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly.
So Battlefield 3 basically represent the times of the old. I mean, of course, a lot of great things. So make sure you head over to store.dice.sc. 35% off on everything. Also upwards to 50% off on some things as well.
That's right. And of course, we have an awesome giveaway going on with our friends over at AMD. They're actually giving away a beast of a PC, of course. It's an AMD, a beast. I actually could use it so I could play my Battlefield 4 on PC. But yes, and you can actually go to gamingtribe.com/BF4 to actually check that out there. So once again, that is gamingtribe.com/BF4, and you can enter in the AMD giveaway there for that beast of a PC. But let's go ahead and hop into the game, Corey.
Yeah, so and then let's go, like you had mentioned, we're here with Obliteration. I know there's been some questions that have happened as well. The fact is that you have, we get questions even to the point of, hey, we saw those EA Sports etched glasses. Where do we get that at? Well, luckily we've got them. I don't know where you can get them.
Truth be told, I think this is your cup, and I think this is mine.
Oh no! Well,
good thing you didn't drink from that one.
Whew. That was a close one. All right, now we can go ahead and hop back into the game. Yeah, these are the EA Sports glasses that we were talking about. We'll be back into Obliteration right now. And already the Chinese are down 1-3 at this point.
Not looking good here for those guys, without a doubt. Just want to say real quick to elaborate, just had an amazing interview there with Patrick Bach, and he had confirmed for me and for all of my console friends out there, because I'm a console guy, Corey Dunn's a PC guy.
Master Race?
PC's not the master race, man. Stop doing that. That's just hurtful, you know? That's just hurtful.
Keyboard, mouse, KBM.
Spectator mode will be in the next-gen consoles. Woo! So excited.
It's great. No, it's great
so
to sit there and get the chance to really get into it and see it on the next gen. Also, it's been great to watch how the gaming scene has evolved over the past few years, especially with the Spectator mode. Daniel Matros, we'll get the chance to talk to him on Saturday.
Yes,
he was the one that created the Spectator mode. The great thing is that I asked him at E3, he knows about where the Spectator mode in general, why it originated off the start. It was strictly for adminning purposes. So that way you could see who's cheating. When you can hop into those servers, I know that guy's hacking. This is before any type of anti-cheat. It's just a great thing to sit there and look at. Just like that, the game's over here for Obliteration. It's one of the great things. Probably not so great for the people that show up. They get the chance to play Obliteration in the game modes, but sometimes if you play against some top-notch players, time can pass by pretty quickly.
Yeah, I noticed you have the Twitch chat up on here, man.
This is usually a no man's land. Anytime that I'm a part of any type of shoutcast, I make sure I completely avoid the Twitch chat. So right now we're looking at Twitter. That's on our social medias with hashtag BF4. We're also looking on Reddit. That's r/Battlefield, and also in the chat, and I'll put up with.
Hopefully you guys are nice. That's all I'm hoping for. I mean,
I don't know about that.
I dress extra nice for you guys, so that's just what I know. I wanted to make sure I was really dressed appropriately for the Twitch chat. Of course, rocking the Twitch colors. I was rocking my purple yesterday. I love Twitch. But yeah, so we just saw a lot of questions that you guys were asking on Twitter, and it was pretty awesome. What are you seeing there?
It's just the community overall.
Yeah,
they're
always
in the chat.
Always the same.
They crack me up.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. So guys, want to thank you guys very much for actually joining us here for the 2 hours that we were showing this one. Of course, we had the live stream yesterday. It was awesome. We got a chance to interview Patrick Bach again. We had Frank come on board, one of the head guys over at EA, where Daniel had a chance to interview him. All that stuff, by the way, is actually going to be shown again. So if you missed the broadcast, you can watch it again in the rebroadcast. So pretty cool stuff there. And as the days go by, you're going to be able to see more and more broadcasts. So because we're going to connect them all together to create one giant epic show. And you know, just great stuff in general. Trying to see what you guys have here. So okay, so one guy actually says you guys should get on Commander mode, one of the Chinese team and one on the Russian team. So Commander mode, again, is not something that you can spectate, right? Commander mode is actually going to be outside of that realm because it's not a player in the game.
I did take a picture of the Spectator mode, or the Commander mode, to really dive down into it deep. So one of the things, again, so you've got the UAV scan that you can look at. You've got the EMP UAV, so basically you can, any countermeasures that you need there to make sure. Sometimes what you can end up doing is distracting the other commander by throwing out an EMP UAV, and they're going, oh, well, there's something that must be going on right here. Well, in fact, there's something going on a whole other side of the map. Also, you've got vehicle drops that can happen. Now, the other points that you can use are whenever you actually control a point. So, for instance, on Paracel Storm for the B point, you can have you can deploy a gunship. For the C point, you can do a vehicle scan, so you can make sure that any of that area is completely clear. This is also the C point, is where the ship actually ends up wrecking into that C point on Firebase Island. And then also there for the D point, you can do an infantry scan. So those are the different types of things that you can do there. One of the other things to note as well, after the storm kind of progresses through, whenever everything develops and you see the ship wrecking into the island, there for your levolution, something else to mention that we haven't really dove down into is that it's a gunship, and so it has an anti-air that's on it. This is completely automated, though, so there's no way as a commander that you can actually control it. There's no point that you actually can hop up on the boat as well to be able to control the anti-air. It's completely just there.
Oh, wait, so the anti-air is not controlled by you or commander?
No.
I thought it was controlled by the commander.
This is why I clarify things, to make sure that everything's known there.
Yeah, well, I'm
it is actually automated. It's basically to control the air there.
Okay.
Anything that's around the sea domination area, the only way that you can get in there is by boat.
Okay, well, that's actually...
Or you can swim there. I mean, sprint swim. Hey.
You can always swim.
You can always sprint swim.
Sprint swim. Sprint swim. We have not mentioned sprint swim, like, at all. And that was like one of the funniest things that we talked about. So actually, we have some gameplay here. Might as well show some gameplay while we're talking. I know a lot of people prefer to see gameplay. And that is the purpose of the shoutcasters anyway. That's what we do. We talk over video games. You know, I've really enjoyed my time with, there you actually see player going in prone. Now, I saw someone actually ask me, and there was just not enough time for me to do so, if you will see like the player's legs through like the wall. Sometimes you see things like that happening when they go into prone. I haven't seen that yet. So I don't think that that's something that I think they've been pretty good about that in Battlefield 4. So.
Well, usually like what would happen there in Battlefield 3 is your legs would prop up on the wall. So you don't actually do any type of clipping, but you really get that yoga stretch in. I mean, you can basically bend however you want to.
Where are you going with that? That was just so confusing. I was scared for that.
So there's a lot of questions there. You can see there at the base of it, allowing everyone at home right now is really analyzing that player card using the M16A3. It's got the red dot sight. There's 3 different types of red dot sights. It depends on which one you'd like to use. You've got the green laser sight. There's also just a regular laser sight. Even on the pistol is kind of interesting too. Or on the pistol you have the capability of having both the laser sight and the flashlight.
That's true.
So very annoying for me whenever you're in a third-person view and shooting at a guy that has both of them, and he blinds you with the laser and then pops on the light, just make sure he got the job done.
I don't know if this is what you're referring to, but there is an attachment that is just one.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, so there's an attachment, it's just a laser sight and a flashlight.
all-in-one.
It's an all-in-one attachment. It's not 2. It's just all that one. But if you pick that up, I believe you can't get anything else on your gun. I think it reds out all the other attachment options. By the way, that guy was just straight up camping. I'm just throwing it out there. He's not doing anything. He's not pushing the objective, bro.
It's because the game has started. And the way that this works is it allows us.
I don't care.
the ways that it allows us to sit there and have these players join into the game. This player just so happened to already be deployed. And it looks like we're about to start seeing some action. Now we see another player that is on the map as well.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't camping.
There's not camping. Yeah, look, there's nobody else on the server right now.
I'm just not a fan of that. That guy actually parachuted in, and he ended up dying as he fell into the water on my screen. That was awesome.
See if Alpha. Oh no, he doesn't make it.
He just keeps on doing it. It's great.
This isn't Red Bull. You can't just dive into the.
That's hilarious there. All right, well, we are on board here with Bravo 11, as you can see him here on the left side of your screen.
We got a squad of 4 right there.
That's right. Squad of 4. You can have a squad of 4, squad of 5, squad of 3. You can have multiple squads. We cover that. Also, someone did mention about the weapons that were available here at Gamescom. Guys, just so you are aware, the weapons that are available are, I mean, again, I don't know if these are all the weapons. So we're not privy to that. We just know that there are a lot of them.
I will state though, so these may not be all of the weapons. Again, we'll sit there and rehash that just to make sure that it doesn't end up anywhere. But really though, these are completely unlocked. So these are different battle packs that you'll see, different types of guns that you can acquire, premium type guns. These are guns and attachments of all different avenues that you can take to get to have them all. So some of them you may not even be available. So again, there's just something to note. You may not be able to access all of them if you're just playing as basic as you get to it.
Yeah, and Corey, also, someone did ask something here. Chadman70 actually asked me if we can actually show.
Neil's a good guy.
We can show the squads. We can show how the squad view looks there when you cycle through the different squads. Yep. So there you can see actually you use the up and down arrows there to cycle through the squads. All it really shows is what class they are and you know, the kill death of the squad as a whole. Currently.
Doesn't mean that we won't see any type of objective-based type of information, seeing whether or not a capture happened. And right there you can see he pulls away the dog tags. There, that was Bravo 14 who picks up that kill there. But also, one of the things that we can kind of look at too, or kind of talk about as well, is the counterattack. I had the chance to counterattack.
Yeah.
And right now I still think there needs to be some minor tweaks. I know that they'll still work through the process. You can't just spam the F key and hope that you get that counter knife.
Yeah.
As soon as you see it, as soon as you know that you're being attacked, you can't just spam the F key. That doesn't work.
Okay.
But there is a chance where as soon as you see it, it's enough time for a really highly competitive player to be able to be ready for it. Again, most players who are doing keyboard and mouse playing on the PC, you've got your ASWD. F is right there to be able to quickly do the counterattack.
Yeah, and I'm unfortunately not very adept at that. I'm always like, where is it? So I can't wait till I play on controller. But yeah, so I do see that, you know, there is, and of course there are going to be tweaks there. And going back to spectator mode, you know, that squad option there that we were just cycling through a little while ago, that was not present at E3. We were simply tabbing out, finding the players that were doing really well and clicking on them, and then that's how we ended up going to those players. We could not have that option of individually selecting a player in a squad. That, to me, is an amazing addition. And again, you know, Daniel Matros, he is always looking at ways to improve it. Of course, we've been talking to him too as shoutcasters who use spectator modes on a frequent basis. You know, Corey has a very vast background in that, you know, in regards to production and all. So he looks at it and says, hey, this is something that could look good. And from what I see, it definitely is stepping in the right direction for sure.
So one of the things that we can sit there and talk about as well, it's been mentioned about the terrain and how it will make an impact there for Sir here on Paracel Storm. You can see how much of an impact it makes once the storm starts to roll in. It's very difficult whenever you're in any type of amphibious vehicle trying to get about, whether you're in the attack boat, whether you're just in the regular boat, as well as on the jet ski. It's very difficult to maneuver through those waves. It does take an actual time to get yourself trained and ready for it. So that's something to kind of mention in there.
Yep. And I'm actually trying to see if I can find some sniper gameplay, by the way, because I know we have actually Alpha 14 on the Alpha squad for the blue team. He's actually going to be sniping here.
Alpha 14?
Yep, let's actually go ahead and find him. So he's using the tab select option, right? and I used the squad option, so I was able to cycle through the squad. Ooh, he unfortunately gets taken out there. And the cool part there is that while in tab view, you can't really tell what they're rocking, but in the squad view, when you actually utilize the squad options, which by the way, Delta squad is just tearing it up with 22 kills, but Charlie squad's doing equally as good with 12 kills. You can just clearly tell, like, you know, who's using what are the classes and all that good stuff. So again, there's just all that diversity there, and really makes me happy to see that so many different players using a variety of weapons that are, at least they're trying them out here with their limited time with the game.
All right, so right now we're here with Bravo 11 to kind of take a look there. He's using the 20 times zoom, which is going to make it extremely difficult for anything that's that kind of close quarters.
Yeah. And the 20 times zoom, by the way, which is something that I saw a lot of people asking us, you know, that stuff is in the game. There's a 20 time zoom and there's a 10 time zoom. I think 20 is as far as it goes, though. It doesn't go anywhere beyond that. I mean, I don't think that they make any scopes that go beyond that anyway. But yeah, the 20 time zoom is a demon. I have not had the opportunity to use it myself, but I can't tell you that it is crazy good. So yeah, of course, taking a look here, Bravo 11 going to see if he can actually pick off a sniper shot here on a player on a boat, but does not find anyone. Let's see if I actually get this long range shot here, because that would be amazing if he was able to do so. But yeah, so you guys asked for sniper gameplay live on Twitter, and we got it for you, because that is what we do here, fellas. We get the community together, and we try our absolute best to make sure that you guys are happy with what you're seeing. So Bravo 11 still sniping, trying to shoot this one guy. Unfortunately, he's not able to do so.
So the question, I got a question here saying, can you get revived underwater? Thought I saw that someone to do it earlier. Now that's the difference, though, is whether you're standing or swimming. Once you're swimming, the only thing that you can do is swim and shoot. So I guess you can do two things, but basically the only thing you can do with an actual weapon of sorts is shoot your pistol. You can't pull out anything else additional, so you can't use your shock paddles, or you can't use your defibrillators, you can't use your repair tool. None of those things are possible. So you may have seen that happen, but it was right at the edge of the water while the player that was using the defibrillators was standing.
Okay. Okay. So there's some information there on the defibs, of course. Man, Chad Man just said I need to get a haircut. That's not cool. I just got a haircut. I mean, it wasn't the best one. You know, I didn't go to my barber, unfortunately, you know, but it is what it is. Okay, so Luton09 actually asked, guys, a lot of people are asking about this. How do battle packs work? And battle packs is something that we still aren't really privy on information of, but for right now, the way it basically is, battle packs are just, you know, things that you get in the game. That's what I know. You know, again, not sure how much we, you know, well, not about that, but just like how much we know about it, because again, this is an ever-changing process. So what battle packs are right now could be different, you know, 2 weeks from now. But from the way I see it, battle packs are simply just things that you get in-game that kind of help you out a little bit and boost you up. But again, it's something that we just aren't exactly sure on ourselves.
So we'll definitely make sure for day 3, 4, and 5, we'll make sure we figure out exactly what that is. I have seen, while playing the game, I have seen some indicators that sit there and have a battle pack looking, or a case that's right next to the weapon, so you may only be able to pick up those weapons or access those weapons through battle packs.
Okay.
So that may be something that to look at there. But again, we'll make sure, put in the back of our mind, we'll ask that question. Yeah,
battle packs are something that we are always, you know, are very aware of, you know, but of course, as we descend here at the end of our broadcast, showing you guys some Obliteration gameplay. Hopefully these guys can wrap it up here in a little bit, because the CN team's getting mollywopped right now. Although one team actually is sitting at 34 kills, 34 kills, 20 deaths. They're really not working too well. Another one, 33 and 17 squad. So the Alpha and Delta squad there for the Bravo team are doing quite an amazing job, but unfortunately not really doing all that well in the staying alive department. Bomb was dropped, though, as you can see there on the screen, as we're taking a look here at Bravo 10, who's an engineer, and some engineer gameplay for you guys. He's actually going to be using a G36C, so I know a lot of people care about that G36C with a laser sight, heavy barrel, and a vertical grip, as well as a red dot